Hello everyone! Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. I am super excited that you're here and that we are doing this again. I really enjoy the live streams and I think they're a good way for me to keep content going while I move into my new job, which is very exciting. So yeah, hello everyone. How are you doing today? Yeah, what brings you here? Why are you joining? Yeah, I would love to know. I would love to know. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the live thing. I think this might be my format. Hi. I think this might be my format to go with, I think, because it's sort of impromptu and I think I'm a bit better impromptu, you know, like having a bit of ADHD. I think I get more done when I'm a bit more impromptu. So I think I'm gonna try and do a live stream each week because there's this nice slot in the morning before I go to work on these 2 days. So I'm kind of thinking this might be my shot at continuing to make videos as I work at this new workplace. Though it's only for 6 more weeks now, but I am going to apply for the permanent role, so fingers crossed for me. I'm really loving the job. I called some of my friends while I was there the other day and showed them around the space, and I was just grinning the whole time, and yeah, really loving it. So yeah, oh, what's been happening in my world? Oh, we did the Make Campus Fusion 360 course on the weekend, and that went swimmingly well. Oh, I got just the most lovely feedback. I was actually tearing up while reading it. So thank you to everyone who joined that. Let me know if you're in the comments, if anyone here is also attended that session, because I'd love to hear from you and love to hear how your Fusion 360 journey is going. But yeah, it was so lovely and really rewarding to see so many people get a bit of confidence with it. So yeah, thank you to everyone who joined that. Yeah, I've been rambling a little while, so how about we look at some Hemera stuff? How about that? Because that is the main goal of the session today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So E3D, lovely people at E3D, sent me a Hemera, formerly known as the Hermes, I believe, but this is the Hemera because we are not infringing upon a bag company. So weird. Anyway, they also sent me this awesome shirt. Check it out. So cool. Yeah, I actually really like this one. It's got like a little bit of teal in it. I'm not normally a t-shirt kind of girl, but this one I think I'll make an exception for. It's actually legit cool. So nice work, E3D. Not only are your designs beautiful on hardware, but there you go. On clothing as well, which is one of my other favorite things. So let's jump into the three-way view, which is definitely what it's labeled as on my computer. Because, you know, I can't go anywhere without a little bit of innuendo. But this is the Hemera, and look, it's in a beautiful shiny box. It's actually like a little bit metallic, which is quite nice. I do love a bit of packaging. I'm one of those weirdos. So yeah, let's dive in. Let's open it up. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's be not blurry. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Has anyone in the chat already got a Hemera? Has anyone ever done this install before? I will be asking questions. Because you know me, hardware is not actually my strong suit, though I try. I learn every time I do something. But yeah, here we go. This is the box. Oh, there's more shiny stickers. I love a good shiny sticker. I actually took a squiz in this box earlier because I just wanted to make sure I had all the bits I needed, and I do. I 3D printed the little mounts for my CR-10, so I think we got everything we need. But look, another shiny sticker. I almost don't want to break this one. It's too pretty. I think I'm going to try and open it from the side. Yeah, we can open it from the side. Oh, you've got one, Viking. Lovely. Oh, hello, Spencer from the UK. Or from Australia, rather, to the UK. Ah, yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Alex? It's a good shirt. Cool. So what have we got in this box? What's in the box? In the box. Is that... Do you have that in the US? Is this only an Australian thing? It's a children's show. Anyway, if that didn't make sense, I'm sorry. It's a children's show. None of them make sense, do they? Cool. So we've got things. We've got like little Allen keys and jazz. and little screws, not screws, bolts. I always call them screws, but they are bolts. And we are blurry again. There. They are bolts and nuts, little square nuts. That's nice. Rare nuts. We love a good square nut. And a sticker. Oh, they must have known that I like the stickers. So we will save the sticker for later. Maybe it can go here. Yeah, so put it there so that when I move all my things, it will be in view. Mirror. Or here. Oh, look. Am I gonna lose it if I put it there? There! Look at that! Ah, branding. It is so hard to tear up super nice packaging like that, Andrew. I completely agree. Oh, we got Zach too. Hey, you're in Colorado now. That's awesome. You've never been further from me. Oh, well, how's Colorado working out? Is your space a lot bigger, Zach? I hope so. Oh, in this other box, we have a little Astruda motor and little stuff going on. Check it out. Check it out. I don't know words for things, but we have documentation that has words for things. So we will learn as we go along, because that's what I'm all about right here. So we have things, and I also have previously printed because I actually prepped. I read things before the live stream. You know, I kind of learned from last time. So I read things before the live stream, and this time we have 3D printed mounts. So we did good. We did good. I feel mildly more confident than last time. So yes, we have little mounting plates, and also this is like a little one with a fan channel, which was quite interesting to print because, you know, this is kind of it's kind of hard to see there. I might bring it over here. It's kind of an interesting shape. And yeah, kind of an interesting one to try and print. So I ended up actually printing it in this orientation, and I put like that, and I put a whole bunch of support under here. So the back is a little dodgy, but that's going to get screwed onto something, so I think that's going to be fine. And that meant I didn't need any support inside here, and that seems to come out all right. It was a slightly different orientation to the file that it was supplied with, but yeah, so that's how I printed this one. I just thought I would let everyone know that, just in case they were also like, I'm not sure. And part of the reason I did it in that orientation too is so that these lines that join this to this also were in a strong direction, because if I'd done it kind of that way, this could snap quite easily. I'm not going to bend it regardless, because it's still a fine bit of material. But yes, that is part of the reason I printed it in this orientation with the bed here. Yeah, that's that. I did it just on normal FDM, not on the belt printer. So yes, I thought I would mention that. But I have documentation, and there's kind of 3 stages to this, I believe. So first we are assembling all this business right here. And then we heat tighten it all up, because we're assembling like the nozzle and the heat block and stuff. So we hot tighten that on a machine, and then we put it onto the machine, which is over there. It's huge. It's a CR-10 S5. So it is the 500 by 500 by 500 build volume, and it's a bed slinger. So it takes up even more of that room because it slings the bed. So it is on the floor currently because it is freaking huge. So we will bring that one up later and keep the desk clear for now while I'm fiddling, and then we will rearrange the cameras. Yeah, so that will be that. So yes, we assemble this, we hot tighten this, we put it on the machine, and then there'll be a stage of flashing firmware, which I'm not sure I'll get to today. We'll see. I only have 2 hours before I have to go to work. And flashing firmware kind of freaks me out. So I think I was looking at the documentation, and it actually looks pretty straightforward. They have like template files and stuff. So maybe we will actually be fine. But yeah, so I'm not sure whether we'll get to that today, but we'll assemble this. We'll start and just see how we go. Yeah, so these things all have labels, and I am looking at this. I'll pop it in the chat. Copy paste face. There. Yes. So this is the article I'm following for the first step. And yeah, that's what we're doing. I haven't been reading the chat for a bit. Zach Friedman, I thought Australia wasn't real. Does that mean Billy isn't real? I don't know. You tell me, Justin. We hang out like every week on Matt Stoltz's call, so if you think I'm an AI, that would be interesting. Oh, so many awesome people. Oh, the Wiggles, Mike. that video they did covering Tame Impala was so good. Oh, that made my week, I reckon. That was just there was a top comment that was something like, so the Wiggles are a children's band and Tame Impala are like an adult band. They're, you know, they're not tailored for children. And the Wiggles covered one of their songs on the best radio station on the planet called Triple J. And every week Triple J do a like a version series where they play a song that's like another song, like where they get a cool band and normally they're like a well-known band, and then those people play another song from another band. So it's, yeah, like a version, you know? And it's a reference to Kylie Minogue's Like a Virgin, I think. Is that Kylie Minogue? Anyway, you know, 90s stuff. Like a Virgin. Anyway, really, really great. They're always really, really fun to watch. And I watch them every week on a Friday when they come out. And it's always a good way to kind of slide into Friday and the weekend. And yeah, this week, the Wiggles, which is a children's band, and they never have children's bands, but they came on and did a cover, and it was actually really decent, like pretty good cover. And it was just kind of, one of the top comments was, yeah, I feel so strange right now. It's like I just broke into grandma's biscuit drawer and found hash brownies. Which I can totally relate to, because it definitely got the same feeling. Because yeah, so weird seeing the Wiggles play adult music. It was so good. Yeah. Anyway, enough rambling about the Wiggles. But yeah. Well, oh, so Daniel is saying, oh, SJ, hello SJ. Daniel is saying Creality is funny. On top of their product page, they write 500 millimeters by 3 on the parameters, and then they write printing size 300 by 300 by 400. You know why I think that is? Because this machine should never have been built, and the heater, the heat bed, like the heater for the bed, is only 300 by 300. They put an ender size heater on a 500 by 500 bed, so you literally can't print bigger than 300 by 300, because if you do, the bed is cold there and it just warps right up. It's crazy. So I think that might be why they changed the wording there. So you just basically buy a bigger printer for the build volume of an ender. So yes, I don't necessarily recommend the CR-10 S5, but hopefully we will be improving it today with the Hemera, which I'm very excited about. And we are going to, let's get into it. I'm like avoiding doing the thing because I'm worried, but it's gonna be fine. I got you with me. The first step is to screw the nozzle into the heater block. Yeah, the bit where the hot happens, you know? Well, it doesn't make the hot. The hot gets transferred through the heater. But this is the block. This is the heat block. If you've never delved into the hot end of your 3D printer before, this is called the heat block. And we are going to screw the nozzle in. And we have to do it from the side with the 3 holes. Otherwise, we will fail later. There must have been 2 holes. Oh, this, yes. 3 including the big one. Yes, that is 3 holes. We can count. Oh, my autofocus is struggling today. So yes, 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. And we are going to screw it in right here. And we're probably not going to screw it in all the way. We will check. We will check. I might put this mouse over here so I'm not reaching over all the time. Yeah. So generally when you're screwing in a nozzle, you want to leave a few mil between the base of the nozzle and the top of the heat block. And this is so that later we can screw the heat brake, which is this thing, in on top of it, and we know that they're actually touching. Because if they're not touching, that's where your leaks start to happen. And leaks are no good in 3D printers. You really don't want your filament leaking out everywhere. That causes a big blob and your prints to fail, and it's really annoying to clean up if you can even do it at all. So you want a little 3 mil gap right here. Oh, thank you, Faye. Billy, you got this. Awesome. Delve into that hot end. The innuendos. I love it. I love a good innuendo. Righty tighty lefty loosey. Thank you, Justin. That never makes sense to me. I don't know whether it's because I don't know left and right, or I just find the concept of left and right when we're talking about circular things really confusing, because no matter which way you're turning it, one of them is going left and one of them is going right. I like clockwise and anti-clockwise I get, but left and right when turning, it's never made sense to me. Let me know if I'm not alone in this or if I'm just crazy. But yeah, let me know. So heat break, we have the bulby end of the heat break. This is the bulby end, and that is going into the top where there are two holes, little hole, big hole, and we're putting in the big hole because that's where it goes, the big hole. So we're screwing that one in, and that should screw in until it's like kind of finger tight. I think later we will probably tighten all this up while it's hot, which again is what you want to do to prevent leaks. Leaks are bad. It's also not just leaks. So if you do this, if you don't do this, if there's a little gap, it will fill up with material, and that material will sit there and not get pushed through out into your print, and that will eventually over time like burn and char, and you'll get like junk there, which will clog your nozzle. So you really want to make sure that you leave a little gap at the bottom of your, like between the nozzle and the heat break in here, and that this is screwed down firmly on top of it. And that's why we heat tighten it again later. You don't want to tighten it too much, obviously. There's little aluminium parts here. You don't want to strip screws and stuff, but you do want this to be firm. Otherwise you have the great blob, which is not what we want. No blob, no. Yes, I agree, Andy. If there's an opportunity for an innuendo, it is important to slip it in. Especially on YouTube, I think I will never make money on YouTube. Let's just accept it now. Anyway. Hey, Claire, lovely to see you. Beauty. All right, so we've done that. We are making great time. We have screwed two things. And now we are putting the thermistor in. And the thermistor is the heaty part. It is our heater. That's how I like to think of it. It's got a fancy name, but it is the heater. It does the hot stuff. Oh wait, no, it's not. No, the thermistor is the temperature reader. It's the thermometer. Oh, brain. So this is the thermistor. And if you have a cheap machine, a cheap hot end that is not a gorgeous Hemera from E3D, dropping that in there. If you have a cheap one, these look like a couple of really dodgy little wires, and they're really small. But this one, look at it. It's so nice. And this is actually like some kind of clothy type material going on here. So it's a swish thermistor, which is nice. So we are going to pop that in the small hole. And then there should be a tiny little grub screw. I believe they're called a grub screw. Yeah. Oh, look at me go. It even says grub screw in the instructions. Ugh. I am here doing it right. These are so many tiny parts. I'm gonna put these on a little thing so we don't lose them. That would suck. So there we go. All our little doodads. We'll put those in the packaging box. Oh, we probably don't need heat sink compounds. Oh, this must be thermal paste. Oh, brain. Thank you. Eventually you got there. Thermal paste. Yes, it's so tiny and cute. I agree. It is. It's the sensor. It's the thermometer bit. Hi, Travis. Lovely to see you. Thanks for joining. So cool. So this little grub screw goes next to the nozzle down here. And we don't want to tighten it too tight because there are delicate parts in thermistors. Little glass beads, I believe. Yes, glass beads. Oh, look at me go. I must have read this. Must have sunk in. We're just gonna tighten this up until it's firmish. I'm just gonna make sure that it's actually inserted nice and neatly in there. It can come out the other side. Like it goes, the hole goes all the way through. You probably just want to make sure it's just nicely seated in the middle-ish. And it seems like it's just as long as the heat block, so that's kind of easy to do. So we will just gently tighten this up in here. It is the thermometer though, right? Like it is, right? Like it takes the temperature. I don't know why we have other names for it. I'm sure there's a very good engineering based reason, but in Billy Brain, it's the thermometer. So yes, that is in. It's not going anywhere. It's not too firm. Yeah, like not too tight. It's just firm. And now we do the heaty bit. This is the heaty bit. It is the big one, and I think it will always be the big one. It's the big chunky one. And again, lovely cables. These look awesome. They are very nice. I wonder what this material is. Like high temperature something. I don't think even... It feels nylon-y or something. Like it feels almost waxy. Oh, silicone maybe. But I wonder what the stuff inside. Maybe it's Kevlar or something. I'm not sure. Not sure, but I'm interested. E3D. What are your cable sleeves made out of? Let me know in the chat if anyone knows. So we put this one in, and then we have a little dome head screw, M3 dome head screw, and I have 2 of those, and they are the same size, so we're good. We will choose either one of those, and that will come in again from the bottom, and you can tell the bottom because it's the bit the nozzle is sticking out of. So it's that one that had 3 holes originally, and this is probably where we would have got stuck had we put it in the wrong way, but we put it in the right way because I'm reading the instructions. Woo. So yes, we put this in, and I'm going to tighten that up, and this one doesn't actually touch the heater. It actually like bends the aluminium closed around the heater, which I think is so that the heat block, this bit, big blocky bit, has good contact with the heater, with the, I think they call it a thermal cartridge, heater cartridge, just heater. So yeah, so I think it's so it has good contact with it all, so that the heat is transferred nicely. So we will tighten that in, and that feels good. I always kind of, oh wait, no, it's still a bit slippy, a little more. I don't like tightening things too much because I know things break then. Yeah, look, now it's not moving, so I think that's perfect. Oh, Eric has given us the engineering reason as to why we don't call it the heater or the thermometer. The engineering reason is that a thermistor is a resistor that changes its resistance with temperature. Therefore, a temperature-dependent resistor, or for short, thermistor. Thank you, Eric. We all learned something today. Well, I learned something today. Probably others in the audience already knew this, but I learned this today, so thank you. Eric is a wealth of knowledge. If you don't know Eric, welcome to Eric. Amazing human being who knows so much about so many things. Really worth talking to. He hangs out a lot on my Discord. And yeah, really, really worth talking to. Huh. Oh, hey, Gina. Sleep well. Lovely to see you. Thermal paste fixed my prusa from clocking. Interesting. There you go. It's so strange. There's so many different things that, you know, can go wrong with a printer. It's really interesting finding what people's solutions are to problems. Beautiful. Probably Teflon and silicone, Mr. Maker says. Yeah, that makes sense. I was just wondering more what the actual fiber is in here, because you can see a fiber. So that's interesting. And I don't know that Teflon makes a good fiber. It's good coating. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, poor Faye. You'll have to sleep soon too, I think. Oh, for extra points, the misters come in NTC and PTC types. NTC is negative temp coefficient, meaning lower resistor with higher temp, and PTC is the opposite, meaning higher resistor with lower temp. Ah, cool. Okay, I think I understand. I think I get this. Yeah, I don't know much electronics, but I'm going to learn soon because for my new job, there's people who want to know electronics, so I better learn that so I can help them. I know the sewing machines and 3D printers very well, and the laser cutter and I are making fast friends, but you know, electronics is like this whole world. But you know, I have very good motivation to learn now, so it'll probably actually happen now. Okay, deformation of the heat block is to be expected and ensures good surface area contact for the thermal transfer. Oh, that's what I was saying before! Look at me go, all this printer knowledge I didn't know I had. So yeah, this is slightly bending up now, so that this gives a good contact. Oh wait, this lower bit is slightly bending up now because we screwed this in and tight, and so it's so that it gives good contact there. Ah, look, I made that up, and it says it right in the instructions, and I didn't even read that bit yet. Ah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm happy with myself. I'm proud of my progress so far. Before installing the heater cartridge, it's a good idea to double check that you are using the heater for the power supply you are using. The cartridge should be engraved with both the voltage and wattage, but it's worth double checking with a multimeter. I have a multimeter. I don't know how to do that with a multimeter. But I did order the CR-10 version. Well, you know, I didn't order. Matt at E3D sent it to me for freebies. Well, in exchange for doing this and reviews. But yes, he sent it to me. So I think we should be fine. Unless someone in the chat wants to explain how to check it with a multimeter. And in the meantime, I will move on. Because I don't really know how to use the multimeter. I bought one, you know, thinking I need to get into electronics, and then don't really know how to use it. But yeah. Okay, so we are going to apply thermal paste to the long section of the heat break only. So that is this little bit here, the kind of ridgy section. Ridgy didge. We're going to do that, and we are not going to apply it to the short section. Well, that would be kind of hard because it's already inside. So yes. Beautiful. And then we're going to put it in here. Oh, we are near the end of the page. I was fully expecting this to take longer, given my my mini live stream. Oh, and it took me half an hour to work out that I was reading the book wrong. Was anyone here for that? That was embarrassing. I still kind of cringe thinking about that. Anyway, we learned a thing, and now I can tell other people that they also don't have to go through that. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is they call it heat sink compound, but it is like thermal paste. Yes, it even says if you run out, you can use CPU thermal paste. So we're gonna put it on here. Yes, like yay. Ooh, it comes out. Spread it around a little? I don't know. Spready spread. Spready spread. I don't know how much I need, but I'm just gonna kind of use it until it's sort of covered-ish. That seems like a good amount. Feels quite crafty, like I'm painting. It even looks a little bit like acrylic paint. Got that kind of texture. It's interesting because like thermal paste, I don't know whether I'm just old, but thermal paste I thought was kind of grey. So this must be like super special thermal paste because this is quite white and yes, opaque. I wonder what it is. Maybe it's zinc or something. Yeah, because it's got like a zinc white kind of vibe. I don't know. It just looks like acrylic to me. Anyway, I got a bit on the block, so I'm just gonna tidy that off. It was very specific about where we put it. And I don't think it'd matter that I got it on the block, but I'm just being pedantic. I don't wanna bugger it up and, you know, make it look bad if it's just my wrongdoings. So cool. So this goes into here, and there's a little hole on the bottom for it. So we can put it in here. And this is the Hemera main assembly. Hemera main assembly. This is where we are. And it says there's no need to overtalk this. Finger tight is sufficient. And I always wonder with this because I'm aware that a lot of instructions are written by men and their finger tight very, very different to my finger tight. Particularly because I think I have lower grip strength even than the average woman because I used to do a lot of sewing. And so I used to cut a lot of fabric. And I think I have some sort of long-term damage to the muscles that let you do this. So I think my grip strength is particularly poor. I don't know. Anyway. Claire says, I promise the engraving is correct. Yes, I just don't know what my 3D what my printer is, but you know, the CR-10 and Enders are all pretty much the same, so I feel like I can't go wrong. What's the first thing you're going to print with your freakishly souped up printer? Oh, I was thinking a keyboard. I was kind of thinking I might do a showdown of the belt printer versus the CR-10S5 for a full-size keyboard, because that's what, like, a lot of people have the CR-10S5 because they want to print a full-size keyboard, mechanical keyboard, typing keyboard, for anyone who's unaware of the weirdnesses that are the mechanical keyboard community. This kind of thing. Yeah. I was thinking I want to do a full-size one with like a numpad and see how to go on the CR-10S5 and then see how to go on the belt printer and kind of do a bit of a compare. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Other than that, I've got, oh, actually, I had another idea that when I was lying awake at like 4 o'clock this morning because I couldn't get to sleep. Anyway, I was excited about the live stream. Anyway, I had another idea. So one of my friends is holding like an autumn party. We call fall autumn here in Australia, and it is that time of the year right now. And yeah, she's thinking it might be nice to do some like, I don't know, nature-y type celebrations. So it's like fall equinox, autumn equinox kind of deal. So I was thinking it might be cool to do some masks to wear to that. So I was thinking that might actually be the very first thing I do. I think that'd be a really fun one to do. So I might sculpt that on, maybe even on a live stream, and then print it on the CR-10 Yeah, so that'll be cool, I think. I was reading, it's so cool, all these things lined up. I was reading about a couple of tribes that are Aboriginal tribes that are local to Brisbane, and some of their mythology. And there's this beautiful one about where men and women come from, and it's from two different birds that look quite different. And they're both beautiful birds. So I was kind of thinking it might be nice to make a mask of each of those birds that my partner and I can wear to this. You know, it's like blending so many cultures. I hope it's not appropriation, but it will just be a mask of the birds. I just like that notion. So yeah, I'll make a mask of those two birds. I think we'll see how we go. You know, I always have dreams that are a little too ambitious, but that's how we learn things, right? Anyway, so this has to be finger tight, and it should be in a that way position, but then it's not too tight when it's in a that way position. I'm not sure. Does it matter? It's tight when it's there. We'll just see how we go. We'll see how we go. If that intersects anything, then we'll look at it again. But that's where it's just nicely tight. Yeah. Talk until you hear the crack and then reverse 90 degrees. Simon, I will not be doing that. Julia, you may have more grip strength than me, but as a software developer, I'm likely to type faster than you. You probably are. I don't type particularly fast because I don't properly touch type. I kind of fake touch type, and I have tried to learn properly the proper touch type. But I still use like these two fingers for the most part, and these ones get neglected. But one day I'll learn properly. One day. Travis, being a developer, I've learned one thing. If you spell it wrong in the beginning, just spell it wrong all the way to the end. Julia Wolf. Yeah, I'm always spelling things wrong, so I feel you. Spelling was never my strong suit. I quite liked English. I was not terrible at English, but spelling, not my strong suit. Okay, so we are going to do the fan. Ooh. And there are two self-tapping screws. Ooh, how exciting. Okay. Does that mean they need a Phillips? They need a Phillips. I will go grab a Phillips. I have one not too far away, thankfully. So yes, this will go in there. This is going to go onto here. And the beautiful little... So, in case you haven't noticed, and kind of hard to see on this camera, I wonder if we can... yeah, kind of. Yeah. So this beautiful shape right here, which is the, like, where the air goes with the fan, is the same shape as here. Oh, so fancy. I love that. I love that. That's a beautiful thing. It's, yeah, very, I love design that kind of flows all the way through a product. It makes me happy on this sort of semi-spiritual level. I'm gonna go grab that screwdriver. It's just there. I'll be 2 secs. Hello. Yes, we got a screwdriver. Ugh, this thing always, again, girl strength versus boy strength, right? They're like, this is easy to pull out for a man. Anyway, this is a cool screwdriver. I quite like it. It's probably got a fancier name, but I think of it like a screwdriver because I am a baby maker. No, that sounded wrong. I mean, like, I am new to the making of things. Not that I make babies. I've not done that before. Anyway, We just need a screw. We just need a Phillips head. I'll stop talking. But yes, this is a nice one. It's all magnetic, and this thing like twirls, and it's very swish, very swish. Heatsink thermal muddled from on Sanjay's hair, apparently. Sanjay's hair is amazing. That is like the most famous hair in 3D printing, I think. I long to see Sanjay's hair in the real, and that's one of the many things I missed out on when I couldn't go to Murph because COVID. I'm just making sure I'm putting this up the right way. This goes this way. Hang on, I will put it in the orientation of the picture because fans have a direction, right? Yes, this way, this way. And the self-tapping screws go in here. Oh yes, I see that. In there. Well, what was that? Oh, was that my little baby maker ramble? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is who I am. Sorry if you didn't know. Oh, Claire has a design story from us. Claire is from E3D, by the way, if anyone did not know that. Design story for you. Hemera, like Hermes, but different ancient civilization, is famous for his winged hat / helmet. Ah, makes perfect sense. It totally looks like. So this is a hat, it's a helmet, it's winged, my hair is in the way, it is winged, and it is also the airflow of the fan. How cool is that? I love that. Yes, that is total design boner material right there. Ah, cool. My wife is the baby maker. COVID killed my first Murph. Maybe me too, Travis. I feel you. I'm sad. Combine Hermes' winged helmet with Sanjay's hair, and you guys have to print him. Have you done that before? Have you printed him like a winged helmet? Because that would be so cool, especially if you somehow got his hair to stick out of it like Astro Boy. Like that would be super. Anyway, I am so slow, and Claire probably wants to go to sleep. Screw the fan into the heat sink using 2 types self-tapping screws. We did that. Connect the extension wires to both the thermistor and fan. This provides additional length, making it easier to connect to your main board while providing a quick release for maintenance or replacements. We like that. We like that a lot. So that is here. One of these? One of these? I think so. They have little JST connectors. So yeah, we got that. We got that right here. And that goes in there. I thought. My CR-10S5 is awfully large, and I may need extension cables because this is just meant for a normal CR-10 and Ender. I might just be able to print in the very front corner for a while. I might also have some extension cables for these. We'll check my 3D printing random parts box, but this is quite long. Oh, I think we'll be fine actually. This is very long. Yeah, this is a lot of cable. We'll be fine, I think. We'll be fine. Cool. So insert the collet and PTFE tube. So there should be a collet somewhere here. Collet. Oh, it's already in. It's already in. Insert the collet and PTFE tube into the heatsink. And unlike some of our products, a retaining clip is not required. Beautiful. So we just pop that in there, and there it is. It's holding. Wunderbar. We love that. The length is not important and is down to your personal preference. However, try to leave it long enough to be able to remove it for occasional maintenance. That makes sense. That seems fine. Let's just see how it goes like that. And now we are plugging. Insert the stepper motor cable into the top of the stepper motor. Oh, this I believe is the stepper motor cable. It's nice and chunky, and it also has a different size connector. So this is very Billy friendly, this assembly. Very Billy friendly. If you're worried that you don't have the skills to do this, you do, because I got them. And none of this makes sense to me really a lot of the time. But this is making sense. So here we go. So we plug that in, and the black, yeah, that goes on the left, and this is the only way it can go in because it's got a little doodad. Perfect. If you find the stepper motor is making a buzzing sound, and not rotating properly. Coil. Oh, so I think we gotta plug it into the actual machine. Is that what it's doing? Yes, because it's about to tell us to hot tighten it. Okay. 3D printer time. How are we gonna put this on the table? We'll work this out. I'll put this away so I don't lose it. And then we'll get 3D printer. 3D printer time. I'm so excited. This should help make my machine a lot better. And like, I had a micro Swiss on here before, which is alright, but I still don't use the printer very much at all. So I'm hoping with a direct drive and like lots of flow and all that jazz that we will get lots of use out of this printer. Finally, it's been a little bit of a struggle for me for many years. So I'm really, really excited about installing this. Very, very excited. And I probably need a drink of water because I'm probably sounding a bit mouthy. Am I sounding a bit mouthy? Ah, oh Billy, you don't need to work tonight. Cough, COVID cough. Stay here and entertain us. Loving that shirt. Ah, I want to work, Mike. I love my job. It's wonderful. Yes, branding, Claire. Love the branding. Oh, none is like Travis Stamper. I understand that, but at the same time, it was virtual, so I was able to see it. Murph was a bit far for me. Yes, I did love how many virtual things happened this year. Or last year. I keep saying this year, but it was last year. I love how many virtual things happened because I was able to be included in them. And I really felt so included in the community last year. Like, I have never felt that before, being all the way down here in Australia. So thank you to everyone who included me on all their things. And it's been kind of a magical year. Horrible in many ways, but also kind of magical in many too, and I'm really, really grateful to everyone in the community who made that happen, so thank you. Oh, there's also a direct extruder available for any cubic. That is one called the Titan extruder because the extruder is that epic. Julia, that's hilarious. Hairdresser was so busy after the lockdown, she just gave me the army cut. Oh, dang. Eric, I really want to go to Murph again, but I don't see that happening before 2022. Yeah, I'm similar. I don't think I'll be going this year if it happens. Even if it happened pretty late in the year, I think I want everything to settle down a little. I wish I could go to a maker gathering, says Simon. I've never been. Do they even exist in the UK? There are a few maker spaces up there, and probably a maker fair would happen. I don't know. Geeky Faye, if you're still around and you haven't gone to sleep, let Simon know. Oh, for what it's worth, Billy, you make it look easy. No, the instructions make it easy. I promise. I promise. They are so good. There's pictures and everything. They're like very good instructions. I very much appreciate them. Thank you, E3D. It's definitely not me, Jason. Simon, you could always come to awesome 3D printing meetup Sweden next year, much closer than Murph. That would be awesome. I also want to go to the Swedish one. That would be amazing. Just to hug Eric, basically. Just to hug you, Eric. That would be great. Yeah, I did think that the Titan extruder was a clone of the E3D Titan. Yeah, I did think so, Claire. I wasn't going to say it in case I was wrong, but I did think so. Renaming the Hermes to Hemera was a good thing. Hermes is such a bad company, so there's no negative branding effect. Yeah, fair. We're talking about the they make bags and stuff. Yeah. E3D is the opposite of Hermes. Fast, good quality, good service, good reputation. Totally agree. Yes, this is very exciting. So for many, many years, I have not owned any E3D products. And this is my first one. So I am really excited because I've heard all the wonders of E3D for many years and just not dove in. And so thank you, E3D, for giving me this opportunity. I'm really excited. Yeah, okay. Let's do the printer. I'll stop reading the chat and procrastinating. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment, and I'm going to take a drink. The printer is just there, so we'll pop it. We'll grab it in the tick. Pop this over here, and then we'll pop the printer on the table. Oh, might have to. Yeah. Oh, it's so big, you guys. It's so big. It's huge. It's huge. I'll turn it around actually. Screen should have muted myself. Okay. Oh, there we go. Dusty already. Been in my room for 5 minutes and my hair is already all over it. So this is the CR-10S5. I will give you a little brief tour. What's in our way? Oh, it's this. That's fine. Move this in anyway. So this is the CR-10S5 and it is huge. It's a big printer. Very big printer. Freaking huge. So this is it. And I am going to drop this tripod so we can set it up a little further away. How's that looking for you? Yeah, is that looking alright? That looking alright? Get some of these windows out of the way. In the way. Alrighty, you can hardly see my face, so I will point that up a little. And this camera's not so great anymore, but you know, you got this one over here, so that's good. That's good. Alrighty, what are we doing? Oh, it's huge. That's what she said. Indeedy do. Jankiest printer of all time. Yes, it almost seems blasphemy to put such a beautiful piece of engineering as the E3D Hemera on to this, but hopefully we can bring it up to just a little higher standard. That's what we're hoping. Cool. What do we got? Oh gosh. Sweden is much closer than America to the UK. Count me in. Yeah, geeky. Maybe we can meet there. You and I need to hug in real life. It needs to happen. It needs to. If it's not Japan, we'll make it Sweden. Jet lag from a flight to Australia is the worst. Yeah, we are very different time zone to everyone else. It's kind of a nightmare. Except China. China's quite good. We're very similar to China, which is very handy for ordering things from China. The legs don't come standard right. No, they don't. I printed these so that this box could sit underneath, so that the printer would take up slightly less room on a table, because otherwise it adds another like 20 centimeters or so, which makes it even huger. So yes, I printed these legs. They were meant to have squash balls underneath here, except I forgot to add the hole for the squash ball on this extra leg that I had to make to fit this weird L-shaped desk I had. And I forgot to put a hole in the bottom, so they don't have squash balls. But they were meant to have squash balls for like dampening. Yeah, so they are little legs. Yes! It's not blasphemy, that's what the Hemera is for. Do it. Okay, Claire signed off on it. Let's do it. Alright, so we are putting a stepper motor cable in. So, over here is the thing. And the stepper motor cable was that black one, the thick one. We talked about that, didn't we? If not, it's the black thick one. So many innuendos. And that's the extruder cable, right? So that should replace this extruder cable, I believe. Which I'm not sure how I'm gonna do actually, because it's all in this control box. So I guess I have to open up the control box. Okay. Okay. Terrifying. Okay. Claire, if I'm doing it wrong, tell me. Yeah, okay, so I've never done this before. It's not plugged into power. I might undo some of these cables so that maybe we don't even need the printer up here right now. Maybe we don't even need it up here. That might be nice. We'll put it back down and we'll just work inside the control box. It's kind of scary because I think the power supply is in here too. So, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That is a little worrying. I hope there are no scary capacitors in here or anything. My 240 volt electricity. Anyway, let's give it a go. Oh, okay, I might put the printer down again because I think we just need the box. Sorry, everyone. So organized, am I not? Can I connect it to the old extruder motor cable? Well, if I had a little plug-to-plug connector, I could. But these are... Oh, right! Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh my god, Justin, I'm so dumb. Thank you. Thank you, Justin. Yep, we'll just not use that cable and instead use this cable. Yes, that makes sense. Though, it probably won't be long enough. No, it won't be long enough. But we can get it working. We can get it working that way. And then I don't have to open up the scary box. Yeah, let's avoid opening the scary box as long as possible. Where's my E gone? E for extruder. E for extruder. You can't see me, can you? Yeah, yeah. E, extruder. What are Osmane plugs like? Do they have a ground pin? They do have a ground pin, yes. And I think all sockets here have to be grounded. Because we have 240 volt. Yeah, we have big scary electricity, even slightly bigger and scary than the EU. They're ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. I can show you. I can show you. It's right here. So that's what a normal power plug looks like to us. And yeah, every now and again you'll find a thing that doesn't have this ground, which is the bottom one. But it's very uncommon. And usually we have this sort of style, which I think is also similar to China. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was also similar to China. Hey Dan! Oh, Gina, lovely train ride with the sea on both sides. Oh, that sounds delightful. Oh, that sounds too good. Maybe I visit you and then we go to Sweden together. They all speak English in Malta. Oh, no idea. Oh, I can't get this out now. I'm sorry. Not even showing you. Watch my lines of sight. The extruder cable is very, very well stuck in there. Is there a trick to opening these? Is it just a force thing? I don't want to break it. Oh, here we go. It's coming out. There we go. I'm always like, yeah, I'm always like, am I applying too much force? Am I applying not enough force? I think this is part of why I get scared with electronics, is because I just don't want to break anything. But it kind of seems like a lot of electronics people just embrace the blue smoke. This is not in reference to this. I just mean like when you're doing Arduino or whatever. They seem to just embrace the concept of blue smoke. And I think we're just, in Australia in particular, we're just taught to be so scared of electricity all the time that like, that, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't, it's scary. So it's like, yeah, particularly scary for us. Cool. Anyway, so I am going to, can we see here? I'm gonna kick the chair out of the way and pop this over here. Whew. How are we doing for time? Oh, we got 1 more hour. That's cool. All right, so I got this here, and I'm gonna plug in. Do I need to plug in everything else for it to work? Not sure. Or just the extruder? Let's find out. If it freaks out, it doesn't like us, but that's fine. I don't think this had thermal runaway protection properly enabled anyway, because it was that old of a reality. So we should be all right. I have power cables in this little handy zone right here, which is, yes, handy. So I have like a box, little drawer that I have a power cable in, and it is the best idea I ever had. Having power right next to my desk at all times, like right on my desk, is so great. Plug in a sewing machine, plug in a printer, plug in a camera, whatever you want. Plug in your phone. It's wonderful. I highly recommend having a power board on your desktop, like in a little drawer or something, like right there, because it is great. It is great. Alrighty, plugging it in. Plugging it in. How's the chat? What are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about Malta still. Cool. Nice. I've never been to Malta. And every time I think Maltese, there's this awesome chocolate. Awesome chocolate called Maltesers here in Australia. It's one of my favorites. And they're like chocolate balls with like crispy, malty, waffly stuff going on the inside. So good. And unfortunately, that's what my brain is much stronger association with the word Maltese than Malta. So I'm sorry to all the Maltese people in the chat. Okay, As an Aussie, I agree. We are a sinner. We are initially taught to be super afraid of electricity. Yes, super, super afraid. So that's why I kind of freak out. All right, so I have plugged in the extruder motor. I have plugged in the printer. Let's hit the on button and see what happens. Will it just... So I might turn this around so we can all see. Can we all see? Not yet. Oh, it's booting. That's promising. Yes, there we go. Triggered, system stop, computer ID. Okay, so I do need to plug everything back in. Oh, I took it all out. All right, well, let's turn you off again. Turn you off. I might unplug it just to be safe. I don't know whether that's actually safer, but here we go. X. X is one of these. Is it X with the end stop? Yes. So this, oh no, that's Z. This is X. Is this X? Brain. Z. That's Z. Let's start with Z. Y, I think, is the, that way, and X is the slingy direction. That's right, isn't it? Z. This is a Z. Z, by the way, is Z in Australian. We say it differently. I think the UK say it the same way as us. Faye will confirm. Do you say Z over there or Z? I'm pretty sure it's Z. So we even say zebra, not zebra. Fun Australian facts. This is not a fun fact. This is just like a weird language thing. Fun facts about Australia. Oh, I don't know. Pythons and stuff. Did all of you see the snake in my garage? Oh my gosh. If you haven't, find my Twitter because that was crazy. I was down there looking for what was it, like clothes hangers or something, like extra clothes hangers, and I'm just like, I'll just move these canvases because we have a bit of storage in the garage, and I'm like, I'll just move these canvases right here. Nearly grabbed it, like seriously got like this close to it before I went, oh my god, that's a snake. And it's like huge, it's like this big, like curled up, and so it's like backwards and forwards. I reckon she was at least 2 meters long, which is very large for one of those carpet pythons. I think it must have been a female because they get a bit bigger. Yeah, really large snake. And you know, I quite like snakes. I don't mind them around, but I don't really want to grab a wild one on accident. And I nearly did, so I'm glad I didn't. But yeah, I was very enthusiastically shouting to my housemates, oh my god, there's a snake, oh my god. So yes, it was beautiful though. It was one of the most beautiful ones. Yeah, this is the Y. I'm pretty sure this is the Y. No, that's C. What am I talking about? Oh, that's C. That's the extruder. What am I? So hard. I did this all last night because I brought it up from the garage where I was living, and I did this all, and then you know now I'm on camera and I can't think. My brain just goes out the window, and then I can't think anymore. Okay, so this is X, which is no. Let's do the Y. We know what the Y is. Y. Do we? Z. This is, yeah, Z right here. This is definitely Z. I know this is Z. Because it's up and down. I only get the horizontal ones confused. Come on. In you go. In there. You want to. You know you want to. Did you like the close-up of my very messy hair? I'm just trying to plug it back in. Into here. Into here. Which I think... Oh, sorry. Crackling microphone. Yeah, I think we're in. And now I just gotta remember which one's the Y. And which one's the... I'm pretty sure the bed sling direction is Y. Yeah, because there should be 2 of the others. There should be 2 X's because there are... No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I had this all correct. I did. X. Yes. Yep, this is correct. So X is the one over here with the extruder. And this is the Y. Yes, this is definitely correct. Because the cables wouldn't reach otherwise. Hard thinking and talking at the same time. Yeah, cool. This goes in here, this goes in there. We are hunky-dory. Is hunky-dory an Australian thing? Is this an Australian term? Or is that transatlantic? Oh, phone. That's telling me to take my meds. We don't need to do that right now. I took some earlier. We're good. X, X, X. Where is the second? Oh, that's right. It goes in here. It goes in here. That's right. I remember. This is the hidden one. It's the trick one. There's one in here, and then there's one in there. That one. That one. There we go. There we go. Yay, fingernails. Get in there. Get in there. All right. Just shouldn't have unplugged that before. But we have the extruder, and that would have gone in here. Okay, now I think we can try turning it on again. I'll plug it back in. Plug it back in. Give it a go. On. Turn around so you can see. Beauty. Ah! Oh, no. Min temp triggered. System stopped. Heater ID 0. Is this because we haven't done the firmware? Oh, hang on. No, we have heaters. But these heaters are still plugged in here. Oh, it's because I haven't plugged these ones in. Ah, there's more cables. Probably could have just done that rather than all the motors. Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear. Hunky-dory translates into American for sure. Good to know. I like hunky-dory. It's one of my favorites. Partially because it makes me think of that fish, the dory, which is a cute fish. I think they're called a John Dory, but they're the fish that Dory is in the movie. Yes, Nemo. We all know what I'm talking about, right? Hunky-dory is a David Bowie album? Ah, I didn't know. Did you know? Well, you probably didn't know, because I'm about to talk about my mum. But my mum's first ever concert was Ziggy Stardust. David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust. That was her first ever concert. What was your first ever concert? Mine was Coldplay, which was actually really good. And I have no shame about liking Coldplay. Coldplay was great. And it was a really, really, really awesome concert. There's these butterflies that rained down from the ceiling. And they also came to play in the audience literally right in front of me. It was amazing. It was like the best. So I have no qualms about liking Coldplay. And any of you can fight me on it. I enjoyed it very much at that point in time in my life. My friend in Seattle named her small boat Hunky. That's awesome. I love it. Is it kind of like chunky? Is it cute? You need to plug in the hot end cables. Thank you, Patrick. I got there eventually. Let's try turning it on again. Let's try turning it on. Waiting, waiting. Yay! Okay, so we can heat this up now. And does it say 285? Okay, that is very warm. So I'll grab all my tools first. I need a little wrench. I have some little wrenches. They're just behind me. I probably should have said, oh no, maybe there's some here. There might be some here. I have better ones, I think. I have a bunch of wrenches. I'll go grab. They're right behind me. 2 secondos. I have an assortment of wrenches, and one of these should actually hold the heat block too, I hope. Yes, this one will hold the heat block. That's great. And then one of these should hold the nozzle. Yes, we're good. Okay. So let's start heating it up. I just want to make sure all the cables are not going to get toasted. We don't want toasty cables, so I might drop everything apparently. Oh, where did you come from? Tiny little nut. Did I just drop that out of my hands? I don't remember seeing that nut. Let's pop it in the little, it's not even like the other nuts. Let's a weird nut. I think that's just from my general house. Like, I got monkey feet. I can pick up things with my feet. Good to know that your mum is older than me. My first concert was some Seattle grunge band long after Ziggy Stardust. Ah, that's cool. I love grunge. Yeah. There's a little bit of me that's like a goth girl, grunge and goth kind of deal in there somewhere. Very much part of my teenagehood. And actually wearing black again kind of brings me back there a little. And a little bit to the scene days. Do you remember Scene Kids and emo and stuff? That too a little later, but I was very much really like the goth and grunge thing. I think goth because it's got that Victorian vibe, and I do love like corsets and nipped in waists and stuff. So I think that's why goth slightly appealed to me more, but I definitely like the grunge music more. I don't like much goth music. Yes, Eric, please. That would be amazing. I would love one of the Rupee Talk wrenches. That would be wonderful. Thank you. All right, let's do it. I'm going to stop delaying. Not extrusion. We want preheat. And we want to preheat to 280 some degrees. 200 and... Oh, it only goes to 270. So we are using 270. And yes, just watching all these cables. Mildly freaking me out. And I'll be grabbing it there. Can't really see what I'm doing, can you? I think I'll grab it like there. And with the nozzle, tighten it up. So, but we'll wait for it to get to temperature first. It's only on 79 at the moment. See how we go. Would you like to explore the random clutter on my desk? This is actually another organization strategy. The clutter here doesn't sit on my desk here, which I think actually really helps me in keeping my desk clean. So I have like all my cute little things and my random wad of blue tack because, you know, up off my desk so that I can easily return my desk to completely clear all the time, which I think is actually really, really helps in keeping my desk tidy. I think clutter kind of needs a seed. And once you have a seed, then it just like keeps continuing on and going and growing and turning into a mass of clutter. But if you just have like little zones for it, like acceptable clutter zones, and in my case, this is the base of my monitor, and it's up off your desk, off your working area, then it's like a little bit happier. It's not plugged in? What's not plugged in? Not plugged in? It's not plugged in, Billy. Is the thermistor heater connected? Yeah. Here? Oh, it's not. You're right. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're so right. You're so right. Oh gosh, yes. We'll just turn it off. Okay, plug it in. Thank you, Justin. Oh my gosh. Where are we gonna plug that into? The heaters. Oh, that's gonna be interesting because the heaters, they just go straight into this big thick cable. We are gonna have to open it up. We are. Scary. Scary, scary. Okay, let's do it. We can do it. I got you to help me, right? If I die on camera, then at least I won't care that YouTube has banned me. We're not gonna die on camera, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We will start by removing the power. Important. And I don't know. How do we get in? Hopefully the power supply is in its own little box inside here, and the brains of the printer are in a separate kind of easier to get to spot. Fingers crossed. Let's hope that's the case. I guess we start taking it off here. Yeah, there's no way to connect it because the heater cable is one of these like airline connectors. It's not a nice little JST. JST? Am I saying that correctly? It's not the nice plug that this one is. So yeah. Thank you, Patrick. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, I do really need an alert sound. Yes. Thank you. I mean, the hot end wasn't getting hot, I don't think. The hot end wasn't, because it's not plugged in. It was just heating up the old extruder that's still on the printer. So I hadn't plugged in the thermistor or the heater. I'd plugged in neither of them. So we actually, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But thank you for trying to shout at me. Just make sure you unplug the mains cable. That is definitely unplugged. We will put it over here just to be safe. This is the mains cable end, and it's going to go way over there. Oh, I just hit something on my keyboard, and now I can see all the code of this page, not the lovely chat. Is it one of the ones that can be disconnected, or is it hand wired? I think it's all hand wired because it's in the heater. Both of the heater cables, the bed and the whole hot end, are in this airline connector, aerospace connector. This old school windy uppy doodad. That's all the heaters in this machine are like that. The extruder doesn't even have connectors, so it just goes straight in. Just the wires go straight in. There's no connectors whatsoever. And I'm pretty sure if I take off, let's take off the fan shroud, but I'm pretty sure that they just go straight into the piece itself. I don't think there's any connectors in there whatsoever. But let's check, because it would be nice to not open that box. I think I have to open the box anyway to flash firmware though. Will I? Oh no, maybe not. Is there a USB? Yeah, maybe not. I would like to not open the box. Opening the box is terrifying. What else are we saying in the chat? I better read this all, because you all probably know better than me. Dismount old extruder, use connectors from that. Yeah, I don't think there are connectors in here, but we'll take off the fan shroud and take a look, but I'm pretty sure there aren't. I think I have taken this off for other things before. For installing the micro Swiss. Yeah, I think I took it off then. And I'm pretty sure there aren't connectors here, though. Yeah, no, I just used the same thermistor and heat cartridge for the micro Swiss. So I didn't have to undo anything. Oh, it'd be good if I could find the hole. Oh no! Don't lose the screws. There we go. Keep them in my little doodad. Yeah. It's as I feared. There are no connectors here. It just goes straight in. Yes. Close look. So yeah, we'll have to open up the box. Which I will do now. Yep. Has anyone ever opened up one of these boxes before? Is this a terrible idea? Please tell me now. I will read the chat. Under the X-axis motor and then goes to a big ribbon cable. Yeah, this ribbon goes straight in. It definitely joins. There's no breaks in it at all. It just goes straight from the hot end with all that cable sleeving. Plugs into the box. There's no connector, unfortunately. Oh, hey Brooke, how you doing? Are you enjoying the new house? Have you got more room? Spread out a bit? Make some stuff? The box is scary. I am scared of the box. I'm scared of, like, I don't know. Someone told me about, is it capacitors? The things that hold the power and can get you? That's scary. It's safe, you got this. Okay, I believe you all. I blame you. The internet can blame you if anything goes wrong. Just unplug everything. Yeah, I mean, mains is unplugged. Always wear protection. What kind of protection should I be wearing? Ah, oh, you have so much room. That's wonderful, Brooke. Oh, I'm so happy for you both. That's wonderful. New workshop is awesome. Zach just finished it last night. That's awesome. Oh, that's so exciting. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see. Okay, let's see if this comes out. Oh, there's a little... Is this a finger hole? Yes. Oh, dear. That looks like the power supply. That means the brains are underneath it. This power supply is built-in fan off on control circuit. So there's some screws here, which I guess is removing the power supply. But thankfully the power supply seems enclosed. Am I right in thinking this is the power supply? Please let me know if I am incorrect in that. But, unplug power. Unplug with the power switch on. Switch on. Turn off. Wait. Unplug. Power switch on. Turn off. Can I just switch it on and off now? Or do I have to have the power switch on when I unplug it? I can plug it back in. I think I'll do it in the way I think I'm reading your comment. I'll put this back on. Kind of freaks me out. I don't even want to look at it. I don't think that helps at all, but I don't want to look at it. Okay, so we'll put this. So that's it on. Unplug. Power switch on. Power switch on. So unplug. And then turn it off. Cool. Hope I did that right. Yeah. Don't plug it in. No, it's okay like that. Okay. Okay, well, we'll just leave it like that. And it'll take me a while to undo these screws, so that'll take us a moment. Turn it off. It is off. It's off. Power cable's out. No, no. It's unplugged. Okay, it's unplugged. We're just leaving it. And I am undoing these screws. Just leave it and the caps will drain. Okay. What do they drain into? How does the power get dissipated? Where does it go? No, leave unplugged. The temporary power switch on is to bleed down the capacitors. Okay. Oh, so I should leave the power switch on? Should I leave the power switch on? Okay. The power switch is on now. And I'll undo these and we'll give it a few more moments, yeah? Thank you, everyone. Lucky there's people I trust here in the chat, hey. Thank you. The switch will not bleed power because it is before the PSU. The PSU will drain instantly. Okay. Goodo. Beauty. Thank you. Action and drama. You can't say you don't get that on my stream, right? Okay. So it's definitely unplugged. That's the end of the cable. And it is definitely on. So it is draining. So, and now this is loose, this power supply. Do you reckon it's right for me to touch it now? I might wait a moment for the chat to catch up and I will take a drink of water. Turn it off. Okay, off. No, leave it off. Off. Okay. I have switched it off now. Is it ready to touch now? This is off. It is unplugged. Off, unplugged. Are we ready to touch it now? Simon definitely is scaring me. Definitely is scaring me. When you get the PSU unscrewed, just flip it over the long way and you'll get access to the main board. Just like flip it over that way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We are good now. It'd be a good idea to wear some rubber gloves. I have nitrile. I don't know whether that's the same. Is that the same? Okay. Okay. I'm so terrified. Not a good idea to leave the switch on because then you'll forget and plug in the cable while touching something. Oh, don't worry. I will not be plugging in the cable while the box is open. But yeah, I guess that makes a kind of sense. Okay, so we have the brains. Yay, we can see brains. Brains. We like this. You can't see the brains because my arm's in the way, but now you can see the brains. Woo. All right, this is good. This means we can use the proper cables and everything. This isn't so bad. Faye, if you're still watching, it's not so bad. It's mildly scary, but I did it and I'm not dead yet, so you can also do it. Faye also has a live stream this weekend where she is also installing an E3D Hemera, and she's going to do a much better job than me, so you should watch out for that one. definitely check out. If you haven't checked out her channel, it's amazing and you need to. So definitely check that out. Definitely. Cool. Okay, so let's untangle some of these cables. Let's do a little untangly wangly. Beautiful. They have turned into Spaghetti Junction. Did you ever? Is that Spaghetti Junction like a puzzle? Night, Faye. Yeah, everyone join her chat. Join her live stream. And subscribe to her on the Twitters and the Patreons and all the things. Because she is amazing, and yes, very lovelily joins the Meter Maker show, and she's just a legend. If you don't know Faye, Faye is amazing. Cool. Nitrile rubber isn't insulated. Those work. Okay, I have some nitrile. They're just there, I'm pretty sure. I will grab them and I'll put them on. And then I'll look real cool because they're black, so I'll look like a tattoo artist. It'll be very fun. They're only these little disposable ones, but something's better than nothing, maybe? Maybe? Don't know. Good night, Faye. Sleep well. Lovely to see you. It's very late there now, isn't it? It's like midnight or something. Lovely to see you, Faye. Brains. Brooke says brains. Okay. So something is better than nothing? Yes. And now I look like a tattoo artist, like I said. So, you know, always buy black gloves if black gloves exist, I think. They are at least 20% cooler. Alrighty. So, this doesn't say where to plug it all in. But I think on the next guide it does say where to plug everything in. So we'll jump to that guide because I just don't see any other way of heating this up until it's plugged in. Claire, if you haven't gone to bed, please let me know if I'm doing this wrong, but I think I'm doing it right. This makes sense. Does Billy know? Don't worry, Billy, if it's unplugged, you're safe. You got this. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. This is all the mount stuff is first, but we need the board stuff, which I'm sure I saw last night. Sure, I saw this. Where did it go? Unscrew the old heater cartridge from the terminal block. So they are just plain wires. I kind of feel like I should get some JST connectors now. Or whatever they are. And, oh no, heater cartridge. They're not, they are like these. Which ones are the heater? Hot. Bed. Heater. Theater. Maybe that means the mister. It says theater though, as in like stage theater. Ooh! Something fell down. What is that? Actually, no idea what that is. Anyway, okay. Which one is the heater? It says hot. It says bed. It says heater. Hero. And then it says theater. Hot. Bed. There's like a couple of Chinese characters. That says heat. Oh. More Chinese characters. And theater. Or maybe it's just heater and that T is actually a Chinese character. Yeah, that looks right. But I don't know which one's which. Are there arrows? It says heater 1. Well, those ones are blank, so it's not those ones. So I'm thinking hot would be hot end and heater would be the thermistor. There's 4 cables. Can you see this? 4 cables. Hot, bed, Chinese characters. Hetero. And I got a black and red. Oh, okay. Okay. So, okay, I get it. So the thermistor has 2 cables. And the extruder has 2 cables. I'm just a little slow. So the 2 thick ones will be these 2 thick ones, and the 2 thin ones will be those 2 thin ones. And I just don't know, does it matter with the heater which one's which? Maybe it doesn't, or they would have colors, right? So it mustn't matter. Probably because it's just a resistance thing, right? So it doesn't matter which one's which. I think I got this. I think I got this. Let me know if that's wrong, and I will keep an eye on the chat. So I do have a multimeter. I don't know how to use it. But if you tell me, I will do the thing. But yes, I'm pretty confident now that the 2 skinny wires are the thermistor, the thermometer, and that the 2 thicker wires are the heater, the heat cartridge. That seems to make sense to me. I can't see why it would be anything different now. It's just that I'm talking to you all at the same time, so I think I'm a little slower than normal. I swear, I'm not normally this slow. But that would be why there's 4. Heater is not polarity based. That makes sense. Beautiful. Okay. Heater does not matter. I wonder if I should still get some connectors though, so that I can plug these instead of breaking them. Are there any plugs anywhere here? No, it's just all wired straight in. Oh, unless... What are you? No, you go to the power supply. Where do you go? Which one is the... This one's the hot end with the 6. Why does the hot end have 6? Oh, because one of them is the extruder. So it's the lower one. It's that bundle of cables there. Yeah, okay, so there's no connector. Is there? So I'll have to chop the connector off this one. That seems sad. Oh no. Off this one. Not the wrong one. This one. Which seems sad. But okay. Unplug the part cooling fan. Unscrew. Unplug the thermistor. Unless the... Oh! Oh! Okay. Oh god. Okay. This bit here, I believe, is just the bed. And the heater. And the thermistor is somewhere else. TH1! That seems right. Would that be the thermistor? Oh, look, it's got little things. It's got things. These are all the motors. Oh, man. This is... I just don't know enough. Yeah, those are all the motors. X, Y, Z. Yep, X, Y, Z. This must be... TH1 must be the thermistor. So that's where the thermistor goes. I don't need to cut that cable. Yay. And I just need to work out whether it's the red and black or the 2 thicker yellow ones. That's the bed versus the hot end. And I feel like the hot end would probably be the thinner one because it would be less power than the bed. So maybe it's the black and red ones. I feel confident about the thermistor. TH1 seems thermistory. My board is slightly different to the picture. Probably because this machine was like, they only made a couple of them. And I think I got an early model too, so I think I got kind of an experimental version. I had some of the troubles that Angus also had with his. There's TB and TH1. TB is I don't know what TB is, but TH1 seems like the Mr. 1, right? Oh, there's more. I got VIN, VIN, and I got an AUX? Why is there an AUX? AUX 1? Oh, and there's another one here. Oh, this one is near to that cable. No, it doesn't look like that still. And I can't find a label for that one. Oh, that's the fan. 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 Yeah, it must be a spare fan. Is that empty socket? That's good. Fan. Where are you? This is the fan. Huh. Oh, sorry everyone. This must be very boring to watch. So, okay. Perfectly acceptable to talk to yourself nowadays as long as you have a camera set up. Just be sure which thick wire is a heater cartridge or heat bed. Yeah, I'm just not sure. The chat is killing us. I'm sorry. Yeah, the polarity does not matter on either heater cartridge or the thermistor. You only have to use the right cables, and you're totally right in that the thicker blue ones are the heater. Yeah, and in here though, there's thicker yellow ones and thinner black and red ones, and they both go to the heat zone. Like, you know how there's a bank? They both go in here. So one of these will be the bed and one of them will be the thermistor, right? They both go to that little bank of stuff. So one of them will be the bed and one of them will be the thermistor. Is the thicker one the bed? And the thinner one, not the thermistor, the heat cartridge. The heat cartridge. Is the thinner one the heat cartridge? I feel like, yeah. TB is thermistor bed. Oh, of course, the bed needs a thermistor. Oh, so this must be the thermistor zone. Okay, so that'll be the extruder thermistor. That'll be the bed thermistor. The bed must... It says bed here, so they must be the thinner ones. Hot bed. And then that must be the hot end. Heater. Heater cartridge. It must be. The thicker ones must be the hot end. They must be. And then... See the blue power LED favor. Hey, Simple Electronics, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Power goes through lead resistors. I guess that means that it's safer. Yeah, okay. So the thermistor goes there. Heater replaces these yellow ones, I believe. Yep. And then the fan goes... Where was the fan? Here. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think I'm good. I'm gonna start with the fans because no, I should start with these ones because these will be the hardest. I need to get in there with a screwdriver. All right, all right, all right. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be fine. Do I need to take these other cables out? Are they gonna? They could cause troubles, couldn't they? Could they? I don't know how I'm gonna take them all the way out because they're kind of hand wired in. Maybe I put tape over the ends and bundle them up. Tell me what I should do. I have tape. I might bundle them up out of the way. Okay, yellow cables are out. Replacing with the blue cables. Blue. Blue. Did that go in? I believe so. Now I just tighten it back up. I did have to do this a little bit when I assembled my Anycubic Cossel Linear Plus. So I'm not totally in the dark, it's just working out which bit goes where. Okay. Oh, that's not firm. It's not catching or something. Get in there. Get in there. I wonder if I can help you see a bit better. Ooh, iPhone gave up on us. Is it too warm? Might be too warm. Oh, hiya. We're back. We're back. I know I feel too warm. Okay. Blue cables. We're doing it. Putting the blue cables in. This didn't want to catch. I tightened it back up and it didn't. Maybe I had it not quite in there. Oh yeah, that feels like it went a bit deeper. Let's try that. that working? No. No. Why? Why? What am I doing wrong? Unscrew. Do it all the way to the top. Much more than I needed for the other ones. How am I going to put these? How am I going to get them back in? I think I'm going to come around this way. Or should I thread it through one of... No, I can't. That's over here. No. None of these are holes, really. I'll have to just put it on the side. For now. Yeah. Going in, it just doesn't want to... Yeah, go in. Push you in. Wind you down. Ah, I got it. Okay, next one. I think I just must have not had it in the right spot. There must be like another hole down there somewhere. But I got it. We're going. It's happening. It's happening. Sorry. I'm not talking really because I'm like concentrating mega hard. Yeah, cool. Anyway, what have y'all been making? Tell me what you've been making. I want to hear. What have you been 3D printing? And what upgrades have you done to your printers? I want to know that too. Because I'm always, you know, ready to learn a new thing. And now I've plugged this in a weird way. Will that go around? Will that go around? Yes, cool. Okay, they're now in the right. So they're not going anywhere. That's cool. And I guess I'll just tape up the ends of these yellow wires. I have some tape in here. Yeah. Because I can't really move them, I don't think. So I will just tape them. I would tape them up. Yes, my light blue nitrile gloves lack the cool factor. Yeah. The black is better. It's just better, you know? Everything's a little bit cooler in black. We worked that out in the 90s. So this, I think, is like Kapton tape or something, but it does insulate because they use it in mechanical keyboards to insulate between like uncoated wires. So I think this should be fine. Yeah, the new cables do need a way into the box. We're going to ignore that fact for now. I think I'm just going to have to kind of bend it a little. I'm not sure what that will look like. I'm not sure if this is different to a normal Creality. Anyone like who has a CR-10 in the audience, can you let me know if this is a different setup to your setup? Because this is the only CR-10 I have. And I'm pretty sure it's kind of a weird one. But let me know if yours is different. Wow, how hard is it to wrap a cable? It's just so short and wiggly. And I've got gloves on. Get in there. I got my glove. Meh. Meh. I have it open? Why do I have the mains power supply open? I don't have it open. It's there. It's not open, right? It's closed, Dennis, isn't it? Oh, right, that's why I have the gloves on. Yes. Sorry, I thought you were telling me I had it open somehow and I was like freaking out. I'm like, what? What did I do? How did I open it? No. But yes, the gloves are extra safe factor because Billy is terrified of electricity. because she is Australian, where we have 240 volt. No one licks batteries down here. We're all terrified of electricity because, like, literally one shock will kill you. So we're all terrified. Yes, so I'm just wrapping up the ends of these yellow cables that were already in there with this tape, just to make sure they don't hit anything on anywhere. I feel like this is a good idea. It might be not. It might be redundant, but I just didn't want them to hit anything while they're in here. And because I'm not taking them out because they're all kind of hand soldered and wired in. So I figured this would prevent them from touching anything, getting us into trouble. And they look good now. They're good. Okay, so that was that. And now the thermistor is over here. That's that one. So I will find the thermistor, which is this one. And that's going to go in here. These two are easy now. And I'll wrap everything around the same way I have for this. So it'll come, I'm hoping, to the side of the mains. We'll see. This is a slightly different connector. I don't think it locks in. We'll see. See if it still fits. Hopefully it does. It's kind of like one of those Arduino connector type dealios. Nothing lethal though? I don't know. 240 volt freaks me out. Wire taping is a good idea. Oh, I had a good idea. Yay, instincts. I know what I'm doing. Very professional stream. This one. You'll know me. You know I'm not good at all this. So powered up robotics. Thank you. I was wondering. I'm like, this is not resin. Yeah. It is not resin. It is not. I'm just scared of electricity. It'll plug in fine, but it won't lock. Okay, so we'll just have to not wiggle it, hopefully. Oh god, I can't get this one out. Okay, there we go. And it doesn't matter which way for the thermistor, I was told earlier in the chat. I remember Eric saying that. Okay, so that's in. And the fan is here. And it's really hard to get to, but I don't want to use pliers because it's metal. I don't know, I'll just try and use my fingers. Why must everything be so tiny? Such a convenient box. Such inconvenient hackability. What can I use to leverage? What is a plastic thing? Oh, look! I have a bit of rock. This is a burnishing stone. It's a piece of jasper? Jasper? It's a rock of some kind. I'm using this to lever it out. It's inert. It's not going to conduct stuff, I think. I hope. Get out. Get out. Do they have, like, is there, like, a thing I should be squeezing to pull these out? I don't want to yank the cables. Maybe I'll just have to. Oh yeah, okay, I yanked the cables and it was fine. I think this extra fan connector and this extra thermistor connector, they'll be fine. They're not going to interrupt anything. I don't think they're going to hurt anything. All their little metal bits are inside. And so this one, the fan. The fan does need to go a correct direction. Oops. Well, I think it was red towards that side. That would have been good to check. I guess we'll know. I can go on the playback later on if I buggered it up. If the fan is not working. Everything is trying to kill you in Australia. I have a great joke to go with that statement, but it isn't YouTube friendly. Aw, that's sad. Dennis, got you, sorry. Don't create a circuit with both of your hands. Thank you. I was wondering why I'm like, this is not resin. It'll plug in fine, but it won't lock, says Patrick. Yes, thank you. Chances are low for the caps to still be charged, but it's a good general practice. Cool. Dennis, I think some of the chat isn't getting through even though I selected live chat instead of top chat. Interesting. Simple Electronics, Billy, you're 100% justified in being scared. It means you respect it, but I think the odds are pretty damn low. If that makes you feel better now. That does make me feel better, thank you. And if you haven't seen, I did an interview with Simple Electronics over on his channel a few weeks ago, and it was very, very fun. We had a lovely chat. So if you like listening to me ramble, which you're watching this live stream, so potentially you do, I ramble in a slightly more coherent format on his channel on that interview. So check that one out maybe after this stream. Is there a THO or just a TH1? Just a TH1, TH2, TB. And the rest are all motors by the looks. Yeah, just TH1. Yep. Fan positive is towards the right as per the images of the main board. Positive being red, right? Left, right. Okay, so I think I've done this right. Towards the ribbon cable. Just gotta not, these are gonna wobble quite a lot. Don't know how I'm gonna stop them from wobbling as I close this all back up again. Wonder if I should, that one in particular. I think that's gonna stay. The thermistor. Maybe I tape it down? I really should just get some of the proper connectors though, right? Yeah, it was a great interview. I had such a fun time. We should do that again because it was really lovely talking with you. Like, we didn't really know each other all that well then. We probably know each other better now. But we had such a lovely chat. It was great. Yeah, you made me feel very comfortable very quickly, so thank you for that. Okay, this is taped in. I'm gonna tape that one too. This seems dodgy. We adjust the desk camera to make it full screen. Maybe people can check it. Well, we could. Let's do a bit of this. The over desk camera is attached to a shelf, but TH1 is where I've put the thermistor. I can't find a TH0 anywhere, but there is a TH2 right there. So that's where I've put the thermistor for the end, for the hot end. And I put the blue cables for the heater into here, where it says heater 0. And I put the fan into here next to this ribbon cable. There's 2 slots for fans by the look of it, but I put it into the one that was already filled with a cable, because it kind of makes sense that that would be the same one we want. And I'm just sticking that in with a bit of tape, just trying to kind of hold it so it doesn't go too far. I was really worried about the thermistor one moving. The fan one seems to want to stick a bit better, so I'm not sure where I'll route these cables. I vaguely remember in here them talking about cable routing in this design, in this doc. But oh my god, this whole time there was a diagram right there, step 36, just a little further down. Oh my god, I'm so silly. I'm so silly. Oh no, it looks slightly, oh no it doesn't. Mine must be different, because the ones they say are for the nozzle were not plugged in when I opened it up. They were not. It must be slightly different. This I'm sure this machine was a bit experimental for Creality, because it just doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. The nozzle thermistor seems to be in the same place. Cool. Bed thermistor sort of in the same place. The fans, totally different. Controllable fans. Oh, controllable fans. Yeah. Yeah, it's slightly different look. It's a slightly different board. But I think I'm feeling pretty okay about where I put them. I think the places I put them make sense. So I'm going to close this. Now quickly look at the chat in case anyone thinks I'm really wrong. Man, got the worst version of the Ender V2 Pro 8-bit board. Also seems kind of experimental. Fan positive towards. Oh yeah, we read all this. Are the wires long enough to go from the board, the box, and still print? They're quite long. Yeah, I think they might even be longer than the originals, so that looks good actually. You adjust the overdesk camera. Oh yeah, we couldn't do that. Once you test the configuration, a bit of hot glue might work. Genius. Hot glue sounds good. I like a bit of hot glue in this context. Not in sewing. People want to hot glue everything together in sewing, and I can't understand why. It kind of drives me nuts. Hot glue and fabric do not mix. But hot glue and electronics, I'm learning. Definitely do. Beautiful. Yes, a second episode. Let's do it. That would be lovely. Yeah, please. That would be wonderful. The guy, Eric says, the guy I did my first electrical safety training with, he told us you don't have to treat the big 400 volt 3-phase cables with any more respect than the small 230 volt ones. You can't die more or less. Yeah, fair. I'm looking at the mainboard image and that looks correct. Cool, beautiful. Sorry I'm late. Oh, welcome. We're deep into it now, and I was a little bit concentrating, so I've been a little boring, but hopefully we'll go. Looks like 3D printer brain surgery. I'm sure this is really easy for many people, but I am not one of those people. Didn't the Hemera instructions explain? They did. They were just a little lower down. So I think, well, it tells us to heat up the thing to tighten the nozzle, but it tells us to do that before it tells us to plug it in, and I don't know how else you would heat it up if you hadn't plugged it in. So I'm kind of skipping ahead to the plugging it in bit, and then we'll go back to where it says heat it up. Yeah. There's like 6 CR-10 boards floating around. That's how I would have wired it. Yeah, cool. Okay, now send it, you're fine. Be careful not to trap those cables. Yeah, we're gonna try. I think I'm gonna bring it out the side here, because it's going to be bolted to that wall. The power supply is going to be bolted to that wall. So I think I'm going to try and wedge them here. Oh, this might not work. Oh, I can bring them here. Yes. Sorry, I say that yes because one of my favorite movies, probably of all time, is What We Do in the Shadows, which is a hilarious New Zealand film. Well, made by Taika Waititi and some awesome other New Zealand comedians, but Taika made Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, freaking awesome, hilarious film, and it's a mockumentary about vampires that live together as in the same apartment. They're like flatmates. It is so funny. It is probably the funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. So anyway, there's a bit of it where they've got this young human who is introducing them to the world of today, and one of them he's teaching them Facebook, and one's like, we can like her things or we can poke her, and the vampire who's like all about sexy stuff, he's like, yes, when he says he can poke her, and it's very funny in context. There's a grommet on the back that you can route the cables through, but it's kind of late now. Oh, on the back, this back? I don't think I have a grommet. Oh, did you just mean that hole? No, that's all power. That's a plug. I don't think I have a grommet. Yeah, I don't think I have a grommet. It must be older. This is quite an old machine now. Yeah, I agree. Taika can do no wrong. He is amazing. He's so funny and so clever. Just one of those really brilliant people, brilliant director. Yeah, I'm so glad that he's been around for a while, but he's, kind of getting mainstream success with things like Thor Ragnarok and stuff. I don't follow many film people, many directors or anything. Am I using the wrong screws? I might be. I think I am. Yeah, I am. That's why it's not working. I don't follow many, but he is one of them. He is one of the rare ones that I do, because just everything he touches turns to gold. Yeah, I wish we had like a million more Thor movies. That was definitely the best Marvel film, I think. So funny. Yeah, but that said, I recommended What We Do in the Shadows to a friend at work, and she just didn't like it at all. She turned it off partway through, and I was like, I don't know don't know whether we can be friends anymore, because it is literally the funniest thing I have ever seen. Yeah, she couldn't, I don't know. So weird. Anyway, I guess to each their own. To each their own. I wouldn't really stop being friends with her over that. Yep, that hole looks like an entry point. Wait, that hole? No, it's, oh, is it? I don't think there's any wiggle room in there. Oh, maybe, yeah, I could have. Oh. Wonder if I can get... Do these all have connectors? No. Some of them do. Anyway, if this becomes a problem, I will change it. But for now... So, Faye, when you do yours, insert the wires through there. Through the tentacle hole. She can have a better stream. You can watch her do it properly. Oh, hey, Dan! Hey, Incendium! Aw, thank you. Calling me brilliant people, Dan. You're lovely. That thingy is the grommet. See? Grommet to me is a dog. Not true. Grommet to me also is an eyelet. Oh, we also... Yeah, we use grommet. But, I mean, that thing is an eyelet, so I should have kind of figured. Oh, hey, Edsy! You thought you lost me? Why? Yes, the tentacle hole. Never problems, only less good solutions. Thank you. This is instilling confidence. Love how you were color coordinated with the gloves and the t-shirt. Yeah, actually, I was just thinking it's kind of harder for you to see my hands now with the t-shirt. But I just think black gloves are better. They're just cooler. It's a lot harder to see spills and all that, but they're cooler. So, more black gloves, more better. We have to wear a lot of gloves at work at the moment because of, you know, COVID times. And because we're dealing with the public a lot. So, yeah, we have all these gloves. And I'm like, I am medium. And thankfully, the medium ones are black. And I'm like, yes, I can continue wearing cool gloves. Okay, I know I'm screwing all this on, but it's because I'm scared to turn on anything while I could accidentally touch it. So I am gonna try and put this all on. And yes, I think the cables are just gonna fit out of here. And maybe I'll just not screw in one corner or something. And it's not great, but Faye will do it better when Faye does hers. So you can watch a better version of of this stream in a few days on Faye's channel when she does her own. Ah! I'm losing my screws. Lost those ages ago, actually. I've always been a bit mad. But recently found out it's ADHD, so there you go. Now I have a name for my madness. It's not just Billy being a weirdo. Cheese grommet. Not to be confused with aglet. Yes, aglet is the little points at the end of your shoelaces. Quite different to eyelets. Very different indeed. Agreed, the public are disgusting. That's not the reason. We want to keep them safe. They're not disgusting. We just want to make sure that they're safe. Oh gosh, look at the time. Okay, well I'm going to turn this on and see if it turns on. And then I'm going to have to go get ready for work. So this we may have to do a week 2. And where I plug this in, which will be good because it'll give me a chance to flash the firmware. So hopefully we'll actually produce a print on that stream. So yeah. But if it works, you should redo it as the cables can get damaged leaving them like that. Very fair. I completely agree. Now that I've learned about the grommet, I agree. I'll just put these 2 on actually. Oh no, we don't have 2 yet. I'll put 1 more on up here and then I'll flip it over and see if it works. Because I gotta get crack-a-lackin'. Time flies when you're having fun. Thank you for hanging out with me while I do this. Yeah. I feel a lot more comfy when I have so many people telling me where I'm about to do something wrong. I know that sounds kind of strange, but I do genuinely really appreciate all the help that you all give me. Because it is really scary if I haven't done it before. But all the instructions were really, really good. It's just that my board is a bit different from theirs, which is just a Creality thing, really. It's got nothing to do with E3D. But the instructions for the rest of the E3D, freaking awesome. So, okay. We have two little screws in. I'm gonna not drop the beautiful Hemera off the edge of the table. We're going to find a safer way to flip this over. And probably should sit it like that. Can you see? Yes, you can see. So we'll turn it on. Oh wait, we need power. That's important. Plug that in. Turn that on. It's making a noise. It's booting. Ah! It's got system stopped. Yeah, it's not got the heater ID. I wonder if this is because I need to flash the firmware first because the heater is different. That potentially could be it. So stay tuned. We will do another session, and I will get all the firmware tidied up. If anyone's on my Discord, please help. But I think there's files and stuff. I think I should be fine. But I will definitely ask for help if I need it. And I'll get the firmware all tidied up, and then we will try plugging it in. Are all the cables coming out of the Hemera connected to something? They are. Yes, they definitely are connected, and they were plugged in on the inside. They are. Plug in cables. Plug in all cables in the back. Oh yeah, maybe it's the bed. All right. We'll plug in. Okay, we'll plug them all in. We'll give it one more go. Do that one. We'll do this one. You're probably right. It's probably freaking out because the bed's not plugged in. It doesn't want to burn the house down. That would be bad. You're probably right. Okay. I keep forgetting that the bed also has those things. Alright, let's try again. Booting. Booting. Same. Yeah. I think we gotta flash the firmware first before I can do the heat up. Oh! No, it didn't. I thought it let me through. Yeah, I think we gotta flash the firmware first before it'll let me through, but, yeah. But, gosh, thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, thank you for hanging out for this long haul as I and R and question myself 50 million times before I do anything. I really appreciate all your patience. And yeah, I really appreciate you all helping me. It honestly feels way less scary when I have friends around. I know that sounds silly, but yeah, I really appreciate it. So thank you all. And yeah, we will stay tuned for part 2. I will flash the firmware in the meantime, and we will continue on our journey with the E3D Hemera and make it work and hopefully get some beautiful prints out of it in time for this fall party that my friend, I keep saying fall because I'm trying to convert to American, but autumn party that my friend wants to have. So yes, thank you all. Have a beautiful evening for most of you, or a beautiful day if you're in sunny Australia. And yeah, thank you, and I will see you on the internet. And if you want to hang out in between now and then, all my socials are in the description. Yeah, so come hang out on Discord or Twitter or wherever else, and I will be there. I chime in and out during most of the day. I only go away when I'm sleeping. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I will unplug this now, and I will say goodbye. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Bye, beautiful people.